Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I gotta do what everybody else do, like, share, subscribe. Get that Cashapp. B1GG Seminole. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go right now. Big Seminole. Let's go. First, I want to shout out um, I got this brother, D. Allen Ricks. I just know he always be like RBA. That's one of my channels. The RBA. It's DA, I think apostrophe Allen, ALLAN RIXX. His channel. He be cooking LeBron. Shout out that channel. Also, before we get started, even though we don't agree all the time, it's not like anybody cares. I'm just an observer that gains them more views and monies, and I'm not mad at that. Something to do, and I like it. Gills Arena. Shout out Agent Zero. His son, from what I'm seeing, is gonna be him. A lot of others, but that's another sports edition. Okay. I said D. Allen Riggs. Shout out Awful Coaching. I got your name right this time. Awful Coaching. That dude channel is crazy. He be going in. Crazy work over there. And also, let me see. The new channels that I've picked up that's my sports. First we go shout out the boy Ticket TV, man. He be cooking. That Ticket TV. He be cooking, man. I like his points of views. And last but not least, so we're gonna start this segment kind of with ABTV, All Ball TV Suckers. That is one of my new favorite channels, sports media. New York bias, definite. New York bias, definite. You don't got to question that. Yeah, man, I like what them dudes got going on over there. And the main thing, and I think Fabian would agree with this. I think he might be more of a gamer or plays video games because he's the editor over there. When you respond back to your viewers, subscribers, that means a lot. It includes them. They feel included within what you got going on. And I've been just watching their channel for not really long, maybe a couple of weeks. And whatever, because those are busy brothers, whatever they got time to answer, man, they've always responded. It's always love. So shout out All Ball TV. And now I'm about to give my perspective on this week in sports. First, I just happened to see a clip, man, the Bengals-Ravens game. That game was crazy. I ain't been really keeping up with football too tough. That game was crazy. That game was crazy. It's out here doing big things, just walk around the golf course. But yeah, that Bengals-Ravens game was crazy. But we gonna get straight to the business with the All Ball because Nick's Rehab, man, that's a perfect channel for a person like myself, born and raised in New York. Anyone within my age era that had any love for the Knicks. And once again, no hate to you, Pat. I seen Pat on the Mark Jackson show, and shout out the Mark Jackson show, man. Him and Blue going crazy. I seen Pat, man. The finger roll broke his heart too, man. And finger roll broke Pat heart too, man. You gotta grow. You gotta let things go, man. I remember. Oh man. And then if I'm correct, I think this brother is a cancer like me, man. Charles Smith, man. As a young man. Very young man. Very young. My knees were still good. I catch you up the vert. I was still got to do yoga. I was still 6'3". Went to the doctor out of the shrug. Gotta start doing yoga, man. But anyway, I could stand dunk, man. I used to be able to just right up the vert. As a young man, man. I ran into Charles Smith, man. And if you don't know him, you're too young. And if you don't know him and you my age, you wasn't a Knicks fan. You just wasn't into basketball. I'm not gonna verbally smite you or I'm just saying you wouldn't know this dude. Charles Smith, man. I was working downtown. I used to buff floors at this time of my life. And so I'm going, to my jobs early in the morning, and I see this brother, 7 foot like a mother, 6'10", whatever. 6'10", 7 foot is 2 inches. He had on hard bottoms. He had his business suit on, so he was 7 foot in that morning. Dressed to the T. I believe Charles Smith is a cancer. Dressed to the T, bro. Cashmere jacket, doing it. Suited and booted. And this is what I did. This is how bad that Knicks, and this is why I said I love the channel All Balls and Knicks Rehab. Y'all don't understand this. A lot of y'all, unless you you gotta be a homer for your team, no matter it's football, or you understand baseball, cricket. You understand? I don't care if the Toronto Raptors, because they got the whole Canada. You gotta love. That's how we love the Knicks, bro. And I walk up on Charles Smith. I don't even know if I said hello. And this is my verbal apology to you, Charles. I know I might never meet you ever again in life, but I'm gonna just probably try to put this. I'm putting this energy in the air because all this is energy. First, I'm gonna say I'm wrong because I've had this conversation at my house. I'm sorry, Charles. That's what we're gonna do first, Mr. Smith. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have, you was at a different place in your life. In my defense, I was a teenager. Probably was like 20, maybe 19. 20 if I'm wrong, 19 if I'm right. That's the only defense I got. But looking back on it now as a grown ass man, it was so wrong. I walked straight up to Charles Smith, and I think I did follow one rule. My parents raised me correctly. I said hello. I shook his hand. I remembered. I said, "Hey, you Charles Smith, aren't you?" He said, "Yes." I shook his hand. I said, "Man, I'm a long-time Knicks fan, man." And yeah, he's a cancer because I can remember. Now that I'm saying it, I'm speaking. I can remember seeing his face, and I know because it's the face that I do. Like, oh shit. I know he's getting ready to ask me. Why didn't I dunk the ball, right? And I did it. I asked him. I said, "Man, how you get blocked 3 times like that under the basket, man? You 6'10", man." And this is the reason why I'm sorry, because he didn't even look at me dirty. He didn't even give me a dirty look, man. I feel so bad, man. I feel so bad. And being born in New York, I met so many people that played ball on a high level. Knew so many people that played ball on a high level. I played whatever level you call making it, the ABCD camp, I played the ball on that level. I was always in tournaments of the street. Summertime was my money time, is because I played ball, hustling. So as a hooper, because I played defense and offense, shouldn't have did that. Shouldn't have walked up. But I said I did. I greeted him correctly, and I just said, "How you miss it?" And like I said, he didn't even give me a dirty look. He just said, "Young brother, um, yeah, he had wow, cancer is great." First of all, maybe he might have been trolling me, but he was like, "I'm sorry, bro, but Mike, Horace, and Pip was down there." And I said, "Yeah." So I just thought you could have pump fake and dunked it on the second attempt. And no, what we in? No Cap Vember, man. No Cap Vember, man. He's like, maybe I should have dunked it on the second attempt. You're right, should have, you know. But believe me, I was trying. And my honest answer at that time, was like, yeah, nah, it wasn't that you wasn't trying, Charles. I just wish you would have dunked it. And we both, he'd giggle with me, I laughed and walked off. But that's the point of that story. That's the trauma of being a Knicks fan, man. At that time, I grew out of fandom because there's a lot of acronyms for fan that that I don't want to associate myself with, and the spell and hypnotism of fandom. Um, so basically, sorry, Pat. I wish you would have made the. I'll just. That's how I say things now. I wish you would have made the finger roll, Pat. I wish your legs were still good. You know, and I apologize, bro. Nobody deserved. Even though you more than likely ain't hear the stuff I said about you, Mr. Ewing, it was hard, bro. I used to destroy you, Pat. I used to just disrespect Pat, and so I quit. Like I stayed married, but the Orlando Magics was my sister wife. You know what I mean? I just made a home down there because I just knew what to expect. I knew what to expect. All the stars gonna grow there, mature, and leave. So it didn't hurt so bad. It didn't hurt so bad where we went to the finals, lost, or whatever took place, whatever, you know. But yeah. So that's just the trauma of rooting for the Knicks, especially at that time, going to the finals and all of that. It was different. Um, yeah, sorry about that. So but now to see the Knicks doing good, it feels good to be back, especially after not living in the city as long as I have. I've gone back and forth. You still always gotta love where you was raised, you know? So I ain't never want the Knicks to do bad. It just hurt too much to see them not doing good. So we just gotta leave it like that. Um, El Grande Bodega, he did what he could against the Hawks, but Trey is the new Reggie Miller. So it's nothing new under the sun. He's the new Reggie Miller. He wants all the smoke, and you gotta just respect him as that type of dude when it comes down to the Knicks. Um, I was watching All Ball. They had a New York point guard legend up there. Kenny Anderson, and I had wrote something in the comments, and of course, like I said, they responded. And Kenny Anderson, I grew up in Harlem, like I said, and I was privileged to know his mother, a great woman. Um, Sorry about that. Um, Grew up on the block with his mother, and also his father, as he owned a few businesses in my neighborhood, and got to meet Kenny Anderson as a young man because he moved around through the city. As a number two pick, that man used to move around through the city. So, like I say, it was a glorious time in New York if you was privileged to be born in that time and moving around because everybody was outside. God bless his dad, Ty. Y'all know him as Black Widow, aka Ali Mo. He was outside. Sham was outside. Like I just mentioned, Ka was outside. Skip was outside. I mean, I could go on. Yeah, so I mean, it's not a braggadocious thing because all of these street legends were from different boroughs. It's just that where Harlem is located, it's the center. So a lot of people pass through. Dapper Dan was still who he was at that time for the streets. So a lot of people used to come through. Luckily, I was blessed to be around people that was in the garment district heavy. So I was in Dapper Dan's a lot to see a lot of people come get their fitteds and NBA players and all that come get their fitteds and just right timing, just being around a lot of things. And Kenny Anderson, man, is the epitome of New York point guard. You wouldn't have got Steph without him. You wouldn't have got a lot of people without him. It's another people I don't want to take from the Destroyer because I got Cap and one and Destroyer too. So I guess I'll put at this point maybe my mind may change, but we'll put KA third. I'm putting out the blick. Um, I remember playing EA Sports basketball games with Kenny Anderson when he was on the Nets as a rookie, and used to be able to come down and press. I forgot which button. It might have been circle. He do the move. He do his signature move because before dribbling with the sticks and all that, they had their signature move. And Kenny Anderson's signature move was to penetrate dish. But if he had that spin move, it was crazy. So you press a button, Kenny Anderson come down, bop the player, spin off, and then from there he could do whatever he want like in real life. And this was just 2D graphics back and forth. But once you hit whoever you be playing against, your brother, the computer, whatever, once you hit him with that spin move, it was crazy. But shout out Kenny Anderson. The show was great. He was on there, and yeah. But we're gonna move very quickly. Try to move a little bit quickly. I want to say a few things. If I did not mention, even though their record is 3-5, LaMelo Ball is hooping. Okay? Even though their record is 2-4, Jordan Poole is hooping. Um, Even though their record is 2-6, I like the Bucks. I think they'll turn it around. We're not gonna mention the Sixers because they're definitely depleted. Can't even. I don't know what's gonna happen for the Heat. I think everybody got their number. I'm gonna be honest with you. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Now the Brooklyn Nets, I gotta find this out because Speedy Claxton is related to one of my OGs I know, and they got another Claxton. That's a very, 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 very you know, rare tribal name. And he looked like Speedy, but just 6'10". And he slim like Speedy too. And he looked like my OG from my hood. So I'm gonna find that out. I like what the Nets. I like what they're doing. I know people don't like Ben Simmons, but hey, don't kill me in the comments. But I think they have found a way to do what he do. We gonna call Ben Simmons, aka Triple Six, right now, because that's what he's averaging: 6 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Um, the Pacers, I don't believe in them. At this point, I don't even know how they 4-4. They got to show me something else. The Celtics are the Celtics, and what a surprise with them Cavs. I hope Donovan Mitchell, if anybody, because I'm a very small channel, anybody bigger than me, tell Donovan Mitchell, stick with that dude, man, and see what y'all got going on, man. And because y'all hooping right now. Y'all hooping right now. I watch the highlights. Y'all hooping right now. So don't let pride come before the fall, you know? Don't let nobody tell y'all that, you know, I could do it without him. I could do it. Don't fall into that. So we just go run the West down. I like the Pelicans, how they hooping. I just think they gotta, you know, because Zion is back. So they was hooping without them. I don't know what the Blazers gonna do. They seem to be guard heavy. And that's that. The Spurs, I don't want to jump out the window. I just like what I see. I like Chris Paul getting Wembanyama the ball, aka Wamba Wamba. Shout out Tyler and Sheed. I watched that show also. Shout out Bonzi Wells and everything they got going on over there. Yeah, I just think Wembanyama. I like Wembanyama, man. He's literally a video game. I like his parents. His parents prepared him to do this. Like they had that boy doing yoga. His mother like 6'6", his pop 6'8". It's a science project going horribly right with Wembanyama, and I like that he got a vet down there now. Excuse me, getting him the ball. Also, like I'm gonna say it, Jeremy Sohan. I'm gonna say it first. I was calling you fake Rodman. I'm saying it here. I was calling you fake Rodman. But you prove you're not Rodman, but you like to play. I like anybody that play defense, then offense. And that young man, he's a scrapper. He's a scrapper, and hey, you got my vote. It's my sleeper team, and I'm glad that's why I'm holding this stuff here in front of me. My sleeper team, I'm not jumping out the window. I'm just saying what I like, what I see. I think my man, the left-handed chef, Harden. Is my man lefty left. He back. He just chubby. He the fat chef. You know when you be in the kitchen, the chef be eating, so he get chubby. But I like Norman Powell. I found out about Norman Powell some years ago because I played 2K and I had him as a card on my team, and I was just killing people with. I'm like, oh, this dude is crazy. And then I just went and watched him. Like, yo, this dude is crazy. This man was with Toronto. I think he got the ring that Kawhi went up there and won. You know, and that dude can hoop, man. That dude can hoop. My sleeper team in the West, it was always my team back in the day. Found out they got robbed. The Kings, I like them. I don't really got to speak too much. Sabonis Jr., he gonna do what he do. The Fox, quick as a fox. I like everything they got going over there. They got Debo over there. They 5-3. The Nuggets is the Nuggets. I think they figuring it out. They 5-3. The Timberwolves, I'm gonna be real. And I know this dude. He be somewhere trolling. I like Ant-Man game. I don't like his attitude no more. I was infatuated with what Young Bull had going on. But when you say people from the 80s and 90s, bro, wasn't only Mike had skill, like, bro, that it's the statement is so ignorantly rhetorical. If Mike, you couldn't have got Mike without the non-skilled people that you're mentioning whooping Mike ass. And we'll leave it like that, because even Mike said that. We'll leave it like that. The Mavericks. Now, these top five being Mavericks, 4 Rockets, 3 Warriors, 2 Thunder, 1 the Suns, right? Okay. To me, Any five of those could be in the finals. And I know it's just 8 games in, but like what I'm seeing, like when you go in Boston and you whoop on the Celtics like that, the Thunder, they rolling. Chet Holmgren ain't, you know what I mean? He ain't lead Bati no more. You can't just, he got rocks in his pants now. Pause. He heavy, he got weight on him. Or he got ankle bracelets on, not the gel type, the weight bracelet. You can't just push Chet Holmgren around no more. So that's hitting different. That's hitting different. The Suns, come on, man. KD, it's KD. It's KD. When your name is Easy Money Snipe, and they put you on Call of Duty because you are a snipe. I don't gotta say much about 3-5. Do your thing. 35. I mean, what do you got to say about him? But I always liked Devin Booker. My nickname for him was Book 'em up, cook 'em up, cook 'em up, book 'em up. I didn't like when he talked about, you're doubling me. Yes, they're doubling you. Be a man. You the best in the gym. It's going to help you get better. But I still like him, though. And I ain't know Melvin Booker was his pop, so, this and that in the third and the fourth. But like I said, any of the top five of the West, I think, could go to the finals. Everybody else at the bottom got to show me something, and that being the Wolves at 6, Nuggets, Kings, Grizzlies, Lakers, Clippers, Nah, but we gonna get on the Grizzlies real quick, man. If you don't know, that boy Ja is back. And he's not up in the blick in the strip club or in the car. He's up in the blick with the basketball. He wants to smoke with the about to be fallen king. And I like it. And I like it. The Lakers. Do I have to speak on them? We already know what's going to happen to them. And I just want to leave it at that, basically, man. I don't really need to talk about them, man. Oh, yeah. What everybody talk about? I'm a TV show. Yeah, everybody talk about J.J. Redick jumping up and down in the damn chair, right? So I'm going to say what anybody that's got testosterone and then you running up and down, jumping and dunking and, boxing out other men, your testosterone is pumping high and your hair not blonde. You see, you jump up and down and slam a chair when I shoot a 3 and you don't do it with nobody else, I'm going to smack the shit out you. And that's just me. I'm not saying I'm right now. Listen, I'm not, please, children, if you want to make it to the NBA, don't follow me or Spreewell or any others. People that be in the dojo, we call ourselves real ninjas. And we use ninja swords and ninja stars. Don't follow us. There is a corporate way to handle it, and I'm gonna tell you. If without having to smack the mierda out of him, I would have had to approach Mr. Redick immediately. Pardon me again. I would have had to approach Mr. Redick immediately, fast haste, and maybe use some colorful words, but without putting my hands on him. Let him know that if you were to ever do that again with the career that you've had, because like Snitch Low or not, because he ratted on Nick Young and he's just a rat. It's a smell cheese. All of those flaws, he did have about 2 to 3 year successful run in Minnesota and Brooklyn. And I think he was an all-star and all that. So, that's why people is talking bad about you, because they know the good about you. See the balance? And as that professional, I would have just had to say, hey, Mr. Redick, as Richard Sherman told Skip, I've done more than you, faster than you. You old as hell. I'm young as hell. If I retire, my career stats is higher than yours right now. Watch your mouth. You understand? But and once again, like I said, I watch these programs. I was watching Brother Ticket. He said this, and I have to agree. And in my own mind, without watching anybody else, that's what I came up to when I seen it without watching any other sports venues that I partake in as a viewer. JJ Redick, anybody in life, no matter what color they are, people know who to pull that ish with. And sometimes, if you are that person unknowingly, they'll make you a punk. They don't make you no punk. They'll make you no punk. It's a lot of people that I know that people thought was punks. Straight killers. But perception is everything in this world. How it looks, how is it to be perceived? And how is it going to be perceived when that man is slamming and jumping up and down in the chair because I missed a shot and we had Le Bum-ass James Jr. on this team averaging like a Bitcoin 0.3 of a point ass points? You're not going to do that to me. You're not, because it's up for real. And you just retired. And you trash. And so see, that's what I'm saying. Like that concrete jungle is just like, I really just feel like that's why I say I wasn't going to do the show today, but I gotta, because I gotta agree with Ticket. Like, I gotta spree well you, bro. Like, if I don't smack, I gotta choke you out, bro, because you playing with me. And you're not built like that. I don't care about all his little racist comments. To me, people that are racist are dumb. Because I got way deeper knowledge on that. And when you hate something so much, that means you really love it, to be honest with you. But with all of that being said, then he went to Duke, bro. Like, it's so many things that when I was young I didn't get into, but certain things, like, I teach my family, like, people in the, hey, this you. If you got a cherry red car, automatically I know you're arrogant or you're an asshole, because it's more insurance to have cherry red on your vehicle. So you have an arrogance about you. You have some sort of God narcissism demeanor about you. You believe in yourself a lot. However you want to level it or play it or say it when it's played on a level. When you deal with men, that's why I said it the first way when I was standing on the stairs. Back over there. When I was standing on the stairs over there. I'm running, I'm jumping, I'm grabbing rebounds. I dive on this is how I play. I hustle. I dive on the floor, woo-dee-woo-dee-woo. And then I shoot it, and I see these dudes is breaking, bro. And then I shoot 1-3, and you go and you slamming the chair down. Whew. My knee popped just now. I stretched my leg. It make you itch. Make my eczema act up. I gotta fight you. I gotta hit you, because it's not gonna be a fight. You know, I ain't never heard. I don't care what color you is. JJ Redick ain't one of them type of pink people. It's bad white boys, bad. It's all type of color culture people. They ain't nobody no punk. He just ain't one of them. And see, so that's why I make you want to put your hands on him more, because you being real disrespectful. You being real disrespectful. And I said I wasn't going to go in, but then I seen a picture of this dude in a French maid dress, like he a bad bitch. So if that's y'all king, bro, and I'll say this again because I like to do this, I've owned every pair of that man's sneakers up until 19, yo. I'm done, bro. I respect him as a player, the things that he did before they started RBA and rigging, you know what I mean, situating, scripting the rest of his life. I think 2 of his 4 rings is real. I ain't never make it there, so all the rings is real to most people, but I'm just saying, like, I can't do it, man. It's Cap and Mike for me, man. For me, Cap, Mike, Magic. You know that bad white boy for French Lick. You know what I'm saying? I got them type of echelon players when I'm thinking about great. I'm not gonna say old boy ain't gonna make my top 10, but my top then Cole, man, off the scene, really not here. God bless the dead. That 2-4 is really 2-4, bro. Like, So Cap, Mike, Cole, Bird, Magic. I'm looking at, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, I just don't respect fam no more. It's just like it's gone, bro. Like, it's really gone. It's like it's over, bro. Like, when Mike was 38, 39, he was finishing a three-peat, bro. You understand what I'm saying? He was finishing a three-peat. He was running a business by that time. He was taking a pay cut, playing for free, and unassistedly, when I say unassisted, with any vitamins, hyperbaric chambers, or anything else, he was going out there running them. You know, his knees pop like mine. I'm pretty sure Mike Jordan's knees pop worse than mine. Grinding them MCLs and ACLs to the bone. Everybody that hoop knows you walk like Jordan when you finish. And the main thing Mike did, even in the situation, because this get ready to come up for old boy. When Juanita embarrassed Mike like that, man, he handled it like a G, man. He ain't go. I ain't gonna say his name because that's his business, but he ain't handle it another way that a superstar handle it. He said, "What you need? Go ahead. If being married to Michael Jordan ain't enough, you could go ahead." Basically, and that's how you handle it. And what I'm saying that to say this, man. Michael Jordan maintained his dignity, man. Michael Jordan maintained the clout, status, stature, rapport, elegance, grace, masterfulness, mastery, just aura. He maintained all of that. He still got that glow. I still think Mike could cook me right now. He's 60-something. I think Mike could give me 40 right now. He's 60. I wouldn't test Mike in a wheelchair. You understand? You understand the respect? I gotta mention Bert, the respect. Put some respect on it. His sneakers still the best. Like, it's just too much evidence, at least for me and the way my brain works, man. There's too much evidence, man, of who really is him. A lot of people like to say greatest of all time. He's him, man. The imperial master of basketball. That's 2-3. Rakim said it in life. He said on the court, it's either 2-3 or not 2-3. In life, it's either 2B or not 2B. When you can parody and metaphor Jordan with a Shakespeare quote, bro. If I believe that's Shakespeare, that says it all, man. That says it all. To this day, some people may not remember. I remember it. I remember Muhammad Ali saying, "I'm so fast. When I flick the light and I'm in the bed for the light turn off." I remember Muhammad Ali saying, "I'm so bad I gave diabetes sugar." You understand? I remember, like, you understand? He sold a show and then he went in there and whooped ass. So that's why when things like when Joe Frazier beat him, I love Joe Frazier because I know Joe Frazier is a master. The counter, it's always a counter. Muhammad Ali was the master, and then it has to be a counter master. And that was Joe. He was the master of the slip and dip. And I say it repetitive. If you ever watch a fight between Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali, you will see Muhammad Ali do something that you've never seen him do before. Miss multiple shots. Miss multiple punches because that man was bobbing and weaving, slipping and dipping. But we're going to wrap it up out of here. And in this week of 8 games, man, shout out to my boy Black cousin out there. I'm name dropping. Yes, Petty-ish. John Morant. Then I gotta find somebody else I knew that got the last name Morant. No, a lot of Morants. I know a lot of Morants. If you got Dingles in your family, pause if you don't know the last name, I know y'all. So shout out to the Morants. The Morant I grew up with, he ain't used to hoop, but he was a shooter. So I know where y'all get it from, even though he was raised correctly. The Morants don't play. But yeah, man, I like him bringing that static, bringing that smoke, bringing that inertia, bringing that that muss, that bull in the China shop to LeBron, and especially doing it for the skinny ninjas, especially doing it for the 6'3", 6'2", 6'1", 170 to 190 pound brothers, the skinny ninjas with the ninja sword and the ninja stars. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't gonna just knock me down like that, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna come bump you in the back, bro. And if you like, I'm not saying Ja built like that. I'm just saying anybody like me is built like that. Like, I don't care how big you is, you gonna just have to whoop me, man. Like when Doug Christie and his wife was like, nah, the whole Laker team. Shout out Doug Christie and their wife. I think that's his son Max Christie hooping, right? Oddly enough, with his father, and your father and your mother was whooping the Lakers' ass. If that Max Christie, if that's your papa and your mama were whooping the Lakers' ass. And you should. I hope your father ain't never leave your mama. That's a soldier, boy. They try to jump your father in the Lakers hallway. Your mother, I see her jump out that. Went back there with the purse. Scoopity boop boop pop. Get off my husband. Whoopty whoop wop. I'm telling you, man. Shout out Doug Christie, bro. Cause I was rolling with the Kings on them Johns, man. I was a Kings fan. I like my man Rock, Mitch Richmond, White Chocolate, Corsi Webb. He made his name over there, but he came in, other teams, man. Just good basketball back in the day, man. And I see a little bit of the big man game returning. Once again, a grande bodega. Yo, me gusta, family, doing your thing. Feed cat the ball. Yo, Tibbs. That's what they said. I got to remember. Old boy said he looked like Oswald Cobblepot. Say word. He looked like the Penguin for real. Yo, stop playing. The Penguin used all his goons, not just 7. You know what I mean? That's crazy work. I'm excited about basketball this year. Quincy Olivari, I feel sorry for that brother. No matter where he go, Bronny gonna be there. He can't even get his shine in the G League because now they got to send this. I don't even want to talk. You know what? LeBron Ramon James Jr. is a nice young man that plays video games and has money, and that's what's frustrating us people that play basketball and or tried to make it, did make it, or some sort of level overseas or actual league or a league somewhere. And they call us the trench babies. It's very upsetting to see, because I'm not biased to anywhere because I know what people will say. Nepotism is when your father owns the business and leaves you the business. Your father getting a check cut, I'm not going to say it. Your father getting a check cut to him by an owner makes him an employee, and he's trying to get you a job at his job. And even if that is the case, when your son shows up and he is not fit for the job, he's aware of certain functions of the job. He may know how to turn on the forklift, but he doesn't know how to operate it. He may be able to even drive you the forklift. Say, hey, young boy, come, go give me that forklift, bring it down here. He may be able to do that. He don't know how to precision lift, slide, squeeze, move back without damaging customers' products. And you get a lot of tickets and write-ups and sendbacks and truck drivers coming back hollering at you because when they drop ish off, people is hollering at them. Okay, I hope I brought it from the professional to the real world level. That's who LeBron James Jr. is. I have no gripes or bias against him. He's just upsetting as a person who strives to play basketball and loves the game and still addicted to the game, seeing this man bring his son in and he's really not good. Hmm? When I seen him cap people like Big Dog, son, and he could hoop. Where Glenn Robinson the third at? Dunk champion. You see what I'm saying? So maybe some people will disagree with me. Maybe he's not all that good. I think that Glenn Robinson the third should have got more time. That's what I think. And you would have seen better from him. That's what I think. So when you bring your child in and he's not good, I'll bust it down like this. How much time I got left? Oh, I've been rapping for it. This is something too I've been holding because this Mike Golick. When you bring your son in on something that he not good, you get fired. And then the dude that your son was disrespecting with his 3.5 sacks or 4 or 5 sacks, disrespecting his father first, talk about he had a better career than his father who played about 11 years with one of the greatest, maybe two of the greatest defensive lines ever in football, American football history, right? He disrespects his father. I don't stand for that shit. Then he disrespect his godfather, Greeny. Yeah, Greeny was godfather. Disrespect his godfather. He watched a little fat ass grow up. Probably changed his diaper, gave you something to eat, let you stay at his house, watch movies, all type of shit, right? See, start disrespect. Guess what, little fatty? You and your daddy ain't got no job, huh? Now you talk about WNA with Chakima and Kuma Creighton. That's what you're doing. Oh, he almost got me. Now that's what your fat Polish ass doing now. You talking about the W? That's not even your sport. You play football. You was a lineman. You was in the trenches. Now you up here talking about the WNBA with your Kemas and Kumaquays. That's what happened. And Greeny right there, get on up in the morning, getting that money, getting that Greeny. So when you bring your sons in, and they're not qualified, that's what's going to happen. In the words of Hank Hill, because my man's, and I can say it, my man's in them one. So my show coming back on. Because now people that smart can enjoy TV again. Without them slipping old Scooby-Doo in on you. The whole elemental Pino to the, you know, you can get ready to watch TV again, America. We can get ready to watch TV again, America. It's going to be safe to watch the TV. In the words of Hank Hill, when you go to a business that says father or sons, ask for the father. At all times. Ask for the father, man. You ain't watch Sanford and Son? Yeah, Lamont was driving around, but he was a big dummy. How you think it got to that empire? Lamont ain't built that shit. Fred built that shit. It's Sanford and Sons. It ain't Son and Sanford. When your son is not it, you see, this what it is. The Holiday brothers' fathers, he got all three of his boys in. He ain't saying nothing. You don't even know who Drew Holiday, Aaron Holiday, and Justin Holiday father is. You don't even know. And he married to a chocolate woman. That's why all of them dark skin like that. Shout out to Holidays, man. You don't even know about that, brother. I do, because I'm on basketball drugs. My whole life I've been on it. I started about 3 or 4. My daddy, the Lakers. Then my mom's turned around and went to school with Cap. I used to go to the Kennedy Center all the time every summer and meet Cap. This basketball is tough. I can't get over it. Ain't no rehab. Cap's son was good. Y'all don't know about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Jr. He used to play at West Virginia. Yeah, They ain't won another with that. He was 6'6", 6'8", in that range, hooping. Yeah, I don't know about that though. I don't know about that though. And go, yeah. The Holidays got all 3 of their sons in. He ain't say a word. And then I'm going to go to my big mouth brother, LeVar. Almost got all 3 in, but, you know, Jelly like to steal. It's all right. Everybody got their flaws. But Jelly better than Bronny. Jelly better than a lot of people's son I ain't going to mention because everybody love their child. But Jelly better than a lot of people's son. Yeah, Jelly better than a lot of people's son. Yeah. And being down here up south where I'm at, I was very close to be able to see his games more than usual. I'll just say that. In that Greensboro Swamp, I was able to see them games a lot. Jelly, hey. Jelly was out there doing the jelly. Jelly was out there step backing. But he got 2 out of 3 of his sons in. And he talked now, hey, listen, hey. So they are upper echelon trench babies, you see? It's levels to it. It's levels to it. It's levels to it. Yeah, they from Rancho Cucamonga, where they from. They from where they from. But you see what type of life they done had that Friday, right? It ain't always easy living up big up there. Up around all this. Up here in Rancho Cucamongas. LeVar had that practice, that Carolina practice team money. I think he played a few games. I'm not trying to disrespect LeVar Ball at all, because I got respect for the dude. I'm just saying, he got bread from, he was hooping with the football. He made practice team, if I'm correct, on Carolina Panthers, and I think they signed him up. He played a couple of games in the season. He got his bread from that, and he was able to flip it. And I like him because he told you straight up. He said, yeah, I knew what I was going to do. I was going to get this. Give me one of them long snow jaws and make me some NBA kids. If you're hating on that, bro, that means you don't like planning. That means you don't like planning and you don't like success. And that's a effing problem. My opinion, I don't even got to be right. I could be wrong. It's just my opinion and my way of thinking. That if it was a black one, if he said, yeah, I'm going to go to the NFL, give me a nice long melanated sister or a red bone and make me some NBA kids. That's what Mr. Holiday did. Either way, his method of doing it was to talk and big his sons up. And at one point when he was doing it, I was like, man, Brody's doing too much. But then I just started looking at the son, and one of his sons is one of my sons' son, basically Lonzo, he's a Libra. So he's like, that's just pops. So I'm like, okay. Because this is definitely, we all get caught up in these things drive you, your emotions, this internet. So you got to step back for a minute and be like, all right, if the youth ain't really stressing it, and you got your man, that's his job, Mr. Smith. I think the father, this is a horrendously asbestos segue and conspicuously ascassive. You know your man, Mr. Smith. He got to do what he got to do, though. But if the youth not tripping, you shouldn't trip. Because, look, their father was right. He ain't better than Steph Curry. No, he's not. But to his father, he was. So tell his father, you go, any parent, anybody listen to this, and you say your child, and somebody tell you your child is not, even if you know it's not, to you it is, right? So then that's what it is. It's a double standard reality, a catch-22 reality, where, yeah, I know my child is not him, but I love him like he's Steph Curry mother. So he's Steph Curry. He gonna be, that's what I said. And then when your child look at that, like, wow. Even if they know they not, they like, man, I'm about to be something, because look at how my pop's going out for me. Now you see the other one that I always said was gonna be him. He a Virgo. He don't need that confidence. LaMelo, Virgos don't need they don't need no boost. They know they are him or her. But he still love him, and he kept LaMelo right there with. We go. He needed that guidance. Go this way, make a left, make a right, do a U-turn, shimmy dance, backflip, and it worked out. You gonna come straight out of high school. Ain't nobody came out of high school since such and such and such. Watch you do it. You know what I mean? So the janky shoes or whatever people saying aside, he got his boys in. Horace Grant nephew. They say Horace Grant a nasty person. And they twins, July 4th. I got issues with my brother. But his nephew hooping. Harvey's son hooping like a mother. Well, he got both his sons in. Jaren didn't get to stay. He really didn't turn out to be what they thought he was going to be. But Jeremiah hooping. So the point of that last little 10, 15 minutes of rambling, man, is like, and I'm going to bust this down probably next week. I'm going to probably more than likely make it a segment of NBA players, the effect of NBA players and their status. Meaning if they're a superstar, all-star, off the bench dude, and how that affect how that affects their child and their child coming into the league. Okay? So next week, I'm definitely going to be talking about that. Excuse me, I'm belching. Yeah, next week, that's definitely going to be talking about that. And so that's what people basically are upset about, that this guy has been given somebody else's spot, mainly Quincy Olivari. It's just like the number one pick just went off for 30 on the Knicks, and I was watching Girls Arena, and they mentioned the dude Zachrasir Risari. Shout out to you, young brother. We don't know who the top picks are because we're talking about the 55th pick, and that, sir, is what is wrong with it. When we were talking about Zulu IT, the 60th pick, he was busting ass. When we talk about Tony Parker, I think he was a 50-something pick, he was busting ass. When we were talking about Ginobili, he was busting ass. And all the other picks that came in. I was watching Summer League from when you used to have to pay for it. You had to have NBA TV to watch Summer League. We're going to the Mac Center, and I think it was like $2 if you was out there in Las Vegas, out there on the strip, $2-3. And in Summer League, yes, it's not the place for the superstar, the number one draft pick. It's just for them cardio. But I'm looking to see who hooping. You see? I'm looking to see who hooping. And ain't nobody that in Summer League I seen with hooping was trash in the league. So, and I'm talking to myself, and I'm talking to anybody else that I said this on any other. I don't think Bryce gonna beat him neither. He just tall. Maybe he'll turn it around. I used to think Thon Maker and his brother was gonna do it, bro. They ain't. Let me get up out of here, man. Thank y'all for coming out, man. We gonna get into it next week, man. Definitely the effect. I'm gonna make sure to title it and write it down, man. We gonna look at the effect, in my opinion, of the children of NBA players, the superstars, multi-level all-stars, 6 men of the year type of dudes, and just role players. And we're gonna look at where their kids are, and what determined success or failure. This has been OG Circle Game at the Roundtable Sports Edition with Mr. Hooper. Oh, a.k.a. OG Circle Game, or OG Circle Game, a.k.a. Mr. Hooper. Either way, thank y'all for coming out. See you on the next one somewhere around here, there. Peace.